you cannot stay. I know you are the one for me. Here is where you ought to be. I just want to satisfy you. You're not mine, I can't deny. Don't you hear me talking, baby? Love me now or I'll go crazy. Oh, sweet thing. Don't you know you're my everything? Oh, sweet thing. Don't you know you're my everything? I wish you were my lover, but you act undercover. To love me, child, my whole life long. Be right or be wrong. I'm only what you make me, baby. Don't walk away, don't be so shady. Don't want your mind, don't want your money. These words I say, they may sound funny, but oh, sweet thing. Don't you know you're my everything? Oh, sweet thing. Don't you know you're my everything? Whoa, yeah. Oh, yeah. You are my heat, you are my fire. You make me weak with strong desire to love your child my whole life long. Be right or be wrong. I just want to satisfy you when you're not mine. I can't deny. Don't you hear me talking, baby? Love me now or I'll go crazy. Yeah.
What's up, UTSA Underground? It's 34K. That was a little bit of Sweet Thing for you. I'm just gonna go ahead and go on with my set. Glad y'all having me. Let's rock. This next song actually is an original song of mine called Be My Man. It's one of the newer ones I've written. Hopefully you enjoy.
I've seen you round my town. When I saw your lovely face, knew I had to chase you down. My name, no need to announce. Just know you take my breath away. So come here, be with me now. 'Cause I said so. Please don't ask no questions. Just come hold my hand, boy, while I plan a wedding. Come spend all your time with me. I'm sure you got no other plans. I've been lonely lately, so how about you gon' be my man? You're so damn enticing, yeah, yeah. I know that we just met, but I know you're just right for me. So how about you gon' be my man? Would you like that? Your answer better be yes, 'cause I can make it like it. If I were you, I wouldn't fight it. You like to play around. Were you just joking? I didn't catch the punchline. 'Cause you said this may not work out, boy. so please don't ask no questions. Just come hold my hand, boy, while I plan our wedding. Come spend all your time with me. I'm sure you got no other plans, but I've been lonely lately, so how about you go be my man? You're so damn enticing, yeah, yeah. I know that we just met, but I know you're just right for me. So how about you go be my man? Would you like that? Your answer better be yes, 'cause I can make it like it. If I were you, I wouldn't fight it. Please don't ask no questions while I plan our wedding. Come spend all your time with me. I'm sure you got no other plans. I've been lonely lately, so how about you gon' be my man? You're so damn enticing, well, I know that we just met, but I know you're just right for me. So how about you gon' be my man? Come spend all your time with me. I'm sure you got no other plans. I've been lonely lately, so how about you gon' be my man? You're so damn enticing. I know that we just met, but I know you're just right for me. So how about you gon' be my man? Would you like that? Your answer better be yes, 'cause I can make it like it. If I were you, I wouldn't fight it. Oh, would you like that? This is where your story begins and ends with this, with this. Woo. This be my man. Make sure you look out for it. All right, got another one for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, sometimes I go out by myself as I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture, yeah. Since I've come on home where my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Why don't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, did you have to go to jail? Put your house all up for sale? Did you get a good lawyer? Did you finally catch a tan? Did you find the right man who'd fix it for you? Are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair? Are you still busy? And did you finally pay that fine that you've been dodging all the time? Are you still busy? Since I've come on home where my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Why don't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? ginger hair and the way you like the dress. Why don't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over? Valerie, Valerie, why don't you come on over, Valerie?
It's my favorite, I swear. Yeah, so thank you guys again for checking this out. Like I said, I'm a singer-songwriter. I write my songs, sing other people's songs, and I'm really into R&B and soul. That's the stuff. So for me, I've been influenced by the greats. So I'm gonna play you one of them right now.
Oh yeah, very superstitious, writings on the wall. Very superstitious, ladders about to fall. 13-month-old baby in the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck. Oh no, the good things in your past. If you believe in things that you don't understand, then you suffer. Oh, superstition ain't the way. Very superstitious. Wash your face with hands. Rid me of your problem. Do all that you can. Keep me in a daydream. Keep me going strong. You don't wanna save me. That is my song. Yes, it is. If you believe in things that you don't understand, then you suffer. Superstition. Woo! Very superstitious, very superstitious.
Woo! One of my favorites. This is another 34K original. It's a classic of mine. One of my first written songs, basically. It's called Radio. Let's go. Sing a song, let it play, you don't have to be shy. Rock me to sleep with your lovely lullaby. 'Cause your song is me to ease, it's behind you, you wine. Don't ever stop playing, boy. I can't get enough of it.
crushing every day of the week. Cause your love is so sweet and so utterly divine. You're the first thing on my playlist. And I hope you replay all day long. Through the city, the country, throughout the globe. I can't wait to get back to my radio so I can listen to that one song that reminds me of you. Every time that I sing along, it puts a smile on my face and just brightens my mood. And the feeling can't get no stronger, and this way can't get no longer. I can't wait to get back to my radio so I can listen to my favorite song that reminds me of you. Escalate to the perfect, immaculate beat. Banging in the back of the trunk as I'm sitting in the passenger seat. Cause you're truly a treat and my ears are inclined every time the song lingers here. If you need a background singer to support your life, I can harmonize it through your lows and highs. I can't wait to get back to my radio so I can listen to that one song that reminds me of you. Every time that I sing along, it puts a smile on my face and just brightens my mood. And the feeling can't get no stronger, and this way can't get no longer. I can't wait to get back to my radio so I can listen to my favorite song that reminds me of you. Radio. All right, it's about that time when I probably break out a new instrument. I'm usually a guitar player, and I've always played guitar, but I've been practicing on another instrument, so I'm gonna break that thing out real quick. Let's go. So I will be playing keyboard. I've just picked up this in the last couple of months, so hopefully it won't be a disaster. But anyway, thank you, Underground, for having me. I really appreciate it. And this last song I'll be doing is a tribute to Prince. So hopefully you enjoy. Everybody said that we should never part. Yeah. if you don't call me Papa, ooh, I got the child on my knees, begging you, please, please. Oh no, why don't you come call me sometime? Sometime, yeah, sometime, oh dear. How come you don't just pick up the phone and call me?
Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to all the viewers, everybody out there that's listening and watching. Welcome to the virtual underground experience. So not only where we get to see all the bands and artists perform online, from April 27th to May 2nd during Underground Week, but also where we get to meet the artists and meet the bands and really get to know who they are and their musical aspirations. So today we're going to be interviewing 34K. Hey everyone, welcome 34K. Yeah, thank you so much for being here today, honestly. I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions about your music, your inspirations behind your music, and how the journey just treated you so far as an up-and-coming San Antonio artist. So, first, you can feel free to just introduce yourself. Tell us about your music, like how do you make your music? Where do you get your inspiration from behind your music? And what kind of message are you trying to send to the audience whenever you're performing?
Yeah, so like I said, I'm 34K. I've been doing music for about probably about 9 years now, since I was really young. I started when I was like 11 years old, started playing guitar, fiddling around with that. And I started writing songs. I used to wanted to write songs so bad, and I couldn't at first. And finally, I kind of got some songs together. And most of my stuff started off as just being me and my guitar. And that's kind of how it was. And then I started getting more equipment, microphones, more guitars, more things that I could use to in more production software, that I started like trying to put all of my ideas together. So my music, the type of music I make is it's kind of a fusion. I do like pop, R&B, and neo soul kind of fusion. A lot of my songs are around the soul area though. So that's kind of where I am as far as my genre. And I'm always looking to, I like a lot of 90s music. So as far as inspiration, neo soul was really big in the 90s. It's still kind of coming to make a comeback a little bit in a different way now, but I look a lot to like D'Angelo, Jill Scott, and even artists like Lauryn Hill has really inspired me lyrically as well. So I just always liked I play acoustic guitar, I like beating on my guitar, I like making noises with my guitar and doing all kind of interesting things with it, trying to like stretch the boundaries of what I know how to do creatively. So that's kind of how everything is with me as far as my music.
I love that. And I've seen you play. It's very passionate. It's very like, especially playing acoustic guitar, like doing so much with acoustic guitar while playing. I'm getting that 90s feel that you're talking about, like neo soul. So I think that's cool that you're bringing that back a little bit. Especially in a time like this. So yeah, cool.
All right, so 34K. We understand that this pandemic, COVID-19, has certainly set back a lot of industries, but especially the music industry. How have you been able to keep up with your musicianship, your artistry, while we're all forced to stay home?
So what I've been doing, I've been just trying to be creative with what I already have. So I've been taking this time to um, try to create as much as I possibly can, whether it's writing, whether it's producing. I'm just trying to do whatever I can to take the time that I have now
in this pandemic to try to create something for whenever this is over. I can have something to give to the audience and my listeners and whatnot too, because I have so much time. I'm not dealing with school and things like that. Things that kind of keep the process longer and longer for me to actually release music. So right now, I've just been trying to just create as much as possible in the way that I can. So that's what I've been doing.
And I bet you're itching to get back on the live performance stage, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I love performing so much. So I'm definitely, I cannot wait for that moment to come again.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Cool. So, I know as an artist, there's just a lot of things that come your way, positivity and negativity. So what keeps you motivated and thriving as an artist, for those hard times when you feel extremely discouraged and it feels like nobody's really on your side? And even for those times when you feel like you're doing extremely well, because even artists can get complacent. You don't want to get complacent with your work. So I guess just what keeps you motivated?
I just literally do music out of the love of just doing it. That's what keeps me motivated. It just gives me whether I am making something as a production, or if I'm just fiddling around, jamming around on the guitar or whatever, I just love playing music. So a lot of the times that's what keeps me going, just that love for it. But there are times where I feel like either I either have writer's block, or I just am not feeling good in the day. Days could bring a lot of stuff that just is just negative. And sometimes what I do is I take that and I may just try to pull my emotions out into that. So I'll take, maybe I'm feeling sad one day. I might just pick up the guitar and just talk about how I'm feeling, and something may just come out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, sorry for all the noise.
Yeah, I was like, there's like a whole. That's so funny. I was like, what is all? I mean, that's why I thought you had so many siblings. That's
there's like
a big
stuff
family.
going on outside of my house. I apologize for
What's
that.
going on?
Good.
Yeah, I think there's like this neighborhood parade thing they're trying to do to keep everybody cheering around our house. So
Oh, that's cool.
That's cute.
It's really, really cool. Like they have little cars and stuff and everything. But yeah, anyway.
Nice.
My dog's like going crazy. But anyway, yeah. That's what I try to do.
I really like what you have to say about that. Especially because I know at times when people our age, it's easy to compare and get lost in other things that's not music related. But when you really just focus back to music, like what you're saying, like that's a great way to stay motivated throughout all the negativity. And even when you feel complacent, if you're doing good, but you want to strive for more, stay at the same level. So yeah, that's really
and I'm always, because this is how I think too, is for the side of being complacent, there is always someone out there better than you. Yeah. So I always look at it that way. Like you just keep being better. There's always things to, especially with music. I think there's so many types of music, styles of music, that like, is it really possible for you to master it all? Like really? So like that's the way that I don't stay complacent. I just continue to like try to learn new things and expand my vocabulary, my music vocabulary. So
yes, I love it.
34K, the life of a musician could be like what you see in the movies, and crazy things happen all the times on or off stage. What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you, whether that be touring or performing or just in your creative process? What's just something crazy or shocking you'd like to share?
I think the craziest thing that happened to me, and this is like kind of like, it's happened to me multiple times, but it's just like when it happens. Whenever you're promised a certain amount of time to perform and something happens where something gets cut short, or something unexpected happens where they're like, okay, well, your time is like, you had 30 minutes, now you have like 10 minutes, and having to scramble around and like, okay, so what am I going to do? What song am I going to do now? What am I like, how am I going to really, this is the first time I'm playing for a crowd. So it's like, I want to be able to impress them. So I had a set, but I had to completely change it up. So this is like that adaptability piece. And I remember this one time I was performing for this like military appreciation thing that was happening in San Antonio. And I was promised like 30 minutes, and I had my set and I practiced my set day in and day out before that. And then they came to me and they said, oh, you only have 2 songs. That's it. It was like a 30-minute set. And I was like, okay, what do I need? What do I got to do? So I had to scramble around, get my, like, I have like some backing tracks, and I had to get all of that. And it was just crazy, but it ended up being a very interesting experience and I was very angry about it, but I had to figure out how to be able to talk to the people and understand, like, okay, I don't want to burn any bridges here. Let me just do my 2 songs and do them the best that I could. And I remember performing like mad almost. Like I was just like, I had so much like vigor in my performance that it actually like made the performance better in the end. So that was probably the craziest thing that's happened, because I just remember being like all out of sorts and being very emotional, but realizing that this is a part of it. So
it really is. That adaptability, like, that is really difficult, especially practicing day in, day out for that type of thing. Like, most definitely. But then that's one of the things that, you know, it's really cool to practice now, because then whenever you are, wherever you're planning on going, like that vision, you know, whenever you're playing in a stadium, like anything could happen.
yeah,
Basically anything crazy could happen. So
anything.
that's really cool to learn right now, though. So that's nice.
Yeah.
You know, I want to ask you, with your vision, in 5, 10 years from now, do you see this more as a hobby that you're doing to make people happy, or do you see this more as like a vision and something that's pursuing your dreams?
Yeah, so for me, 5 to 10 years from now, I would like to be my thing is I love writing songs and I love producing. So I first and foremost, when I write songs, I really want to write songs that either make people laugh or make people happy. I'm not really into writing like sad songs as much, even though there are times where there's sadness. So I have written some sad songs, but most of the times, just positivity and being happy. So that's most of what I like to do. So and my vision's kind of twofold there. So my ultimate dream would be, you know, professional singer songwriter, or just songwriter and producer, doing that for more of like the mainstream artists out there. Hopefully being more known in that era where people are starting to call me and ask me and trying to work with me. So that's kind of like where I want to be. I want to like make a living off of that. But let's say that doesn't necessarily happen through whatever reasons. I just know that no matter what happens, I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be doing it some way, somehow. And I know like a lot of people use music as therapy. So if I have to write songs for people and just play them, like I've done like kids with special needs and like nursing homes and stuff like that. That would be something that I like to do too, because this is like the type of messages I like in my songs that I like to share with other people. So I'm hoping that they would be inspired. For the most part, I just want people to be inspired by what I'm writing and feel better about themselves or whatever they're going through. So as far as a vision, that would be my ultimate dream. Of course, being a producer, songwriter, singer-songwriter professionally, but also through all of that, inspiring people to
Very therapeutic.
Very, yeah. I want to be there. I want people to listen to me and be like, ah.
I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And honestly, that's what people need right now, for sure. So that's awesome.
If you could collaborate with any artist of your choosing, who would that be and why?
If I had to collaborate with somebody, it would be John Mayer. Because
awesome.
John Mayer is like the reason why I continue to play guitar. I have copied that man and looked at all of his videos and looked at all of his concerts, to the point where I just think he's an amazing artist. I think he's an amazing songwriter. I think he has touched and reached a lot of people. He's had a long career. And as just a guitar enthusiast, for me, I think John Mayer would be someone I would want to collaborate with. Songwriting, I would learn to love from him. So that would be probably my ultimate collaboration at this moment.
Wow. I love John Mayer. He's really great on guitar. Have you ever seen him play before? Like in real life?
I am not. I was supposed to. I know he was supposed to, before all of this stuff happened. He was supposed to come to San Antonio like in September. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to get tickets, but I have always wanted to see him, but I've never actually seen him in person. I've only watched like his live concerts over and over again, but in person I have not been able to see him though. But I would love to.
Yeah, that's really cool. Speaking of John Mayer, what's the latest project that you've been working on? Like, what's something that you've been working on recently? Just getting prepared for whenever you do get back into the real world to show to your people.
Yeah, so I've been working on a project. So I released an EP about 2.5 years ago, my very first one right before I came to college. And it was very like fun loving, very like almost just really, really, really like positive, really like vibrant type of music. With the songs and all of that songwriting and productions. I'm working on a new project now that has a little bit more edge to it. So positive lyrics, but more edginess as far as production. So I'm trying to work on I'm working on a project, another EP that I would like to release, probably 5 to 7 songs. That has a little bit more edge to it, but still has my sound, my signature sound. So
Yeah.
I've been just trying to I've been trying to reinvent kind of what I already did in a different way, and hopefully in a better way now. So stay tuned for that one. So.
Yes. I can't wait to see what that is. The way you're talking about it sounds like it's gonna be a whole side, like a whole different side of you.
Yeah,
but
it's a whole different side of me. Yeah.
Nice. That's really cool. Okay, well so this is kind of transitioning a little bit, but we got some would you rather questions, trying to get to know artists. To get to really know who you are and like what's behind. But here, me and Rudy, we can just like go back and forth on these would you rathers. So would you rather listen to Drake for the rest of your life or Eminem for the rest of your life?
Drake.
Drake?
Yeah.
I was like not even thinking like
I'm in love with him, so like yeah.
Drake's awesome.
Yeah.
Eminem's a little aggressive, to be honest, to listen to for the rest of your life for sure.
You have to be in the right mood for him. He's awesome too, but you have to be in the right mood. So
yeah, I see that.
Would you rather spend the day with Rihanna or Miley Cyrus?
Ooh. Dang, okay.
Yeah, that's like so, I know.
Wow, that one's hard. Man, I'm gonna have to pick Rihanna because I love her accent and I would love to hear her speak all day. Honestly. But
Really?
Miley, I would hang out with her too. Like that was a hard one.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so would you rather travel to a foreign country while on tour and get trapped there, or never be able to travel outside of San Antonio again to tour?
Oh yeah, foreign country. I
Like get trapped in a foreign country, like just.
I would get trapped in a foreign country. At least I would see something differently, Like
yeah, I feel that. Instead of getting trapped in San Antonio, for sure.
Yeah, I think I'd do the foreign country there.
Let's see. Would you rather get discovered as a new artist through bad publicity, or take 10 extra years to get discovered through the good publicity?
I would probably take 10 extra years. I feel like that's kind of where I would want to go. I would want to, have a clean slate going into the industry. Honestly, I'm a believer of hard work.
Yeah. Like you want to be known for good things, like initially.
Exactly.
Just,
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel that. That's really dope. Okay, cool. So this is a super random question. Last one. If you had to enter a screamo singing competition, would you rather get in that competition with Freddie Mercury, the singer of Freddie Mercury? Sometimes I gotta Freddie Mercury or Steven Tyler?
And it's a scream competition?
Like a screamo singing competition, like just like a
Steven Tyler. Yeah, Steven Tyler would probably be. That man can scream. Like
yeah, he can. They kind of have similar voices, right? Like they're both pretty like intense.
Yeah, very intense. I mean, like yeah, I would probably want to go with Steven Tyler on that one. That raspy, like
yeah, most definitely. Cool. And last question that we have for you. So what advice would you give to local bands and musicians out there that are trying to break into the music scene of San Antonio?
My advice would be keep really good people around you. And by that, I mean people that will try to make you better and will also be in there for you in your best interest, not trying to take advantage of you. That's first and foremost. Keep good people around you. And secondly, I would probably just say, even in times where you might feel discouraged or you might not feel like you're progressing, the only way to progress is through the failure, I guess you would say. You learn from things you do wrong. You learn from not being very good at something or something like that. So just keep at it, I swear. And if you love it enough, no one will have to tell you to keep at it. So just take your love for what you're doing and just see where you want to go and keep going and going and going, and don't let anyone stop you. So that's what the advice would be for me.
Yes, I love it. Okay, well, 34K, everybody. Honestly, thank you so much for doing this interview today. I know musicians and artists, they're not nearly as appreciated as they should be. Especially this new generation of artists. I know it's going to be incredible because it's a lot of hard work. It's extremely competitive.
Mm-hmm.
And, I know it's a courageous thing that you're doing, because even just taking that decision to own it, to own your music, saying this is what I want to do, even when so many times you probably hear that it's freaking hard, like it's hard,
Yeah,
it probably is happen, whatever. So I'm speaking on behalf of M.O.B, on behalf of Rudy, Musicians of Business, everybody, when I'm saying that we will always support you, always support your music, promotion, everything like that. So yeah, thank you so much. And also just for being part of this virtual underground experience, So yeah, for all the viewers out there, go ahead, follow 34K on Spotify, on SoundCloud. Do you have a specific name? Is just 34K?
Yeah, 34K. If you type in 34K Spotify, Apple Music, all of that, you will find me. It's just 34K. The album cover will be like pink and purple. So
yeah. Nice. And I heard a couple of your songs. They're really good beach songs. Like they're really good songs. They'll be like, just, I like it. Cool.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I just want you to relax, man.
So that's all the time we have for today, guys. But stay tuned for the up and coming local artist band interviews and performances that are going to be coming out during Underground Week. And also go ahead, follow Musicians of Business M.O.B on Instagram, Facebook, UTSA_M.O.B, UTSA_Underground. So we're Musicians of Business. And again, thanks to 34K for becoming part of the virtual underground experience.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you guys for having me. Also, if you wanted to follow any of my social media, it would be the 34K at the 34K. So it's THE34K. So that's the only difference. But other than that, if you're just searching me on anywhere else, it's just 34K. So
nice. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. That's it for today, and stay tuned for next time. See ya.